Hi. I don't know if I divulge too much of my personal life. I don't know. It's just like if I tell YouTube, it's completely inconsequential to my life at all. You know, it's like telling Reddit. It's like that's why whenever I get more views, I'm like I fucking tried to hurt myself on, and then it's still up there. It's still like it's fine. Like I'm just gonna leave it there because it's kind of funny at this point. I have done everything you are not supposed to do. I have, I think I've been high on here before, like, I'm sure, like, especially ever since, like, the little carts got legal and shit. I was like, whatever. And, I've been drunk up on here. I have yelled and been angry and reacted to people on here. I broke all the rules, and, like, lolcow still won't fucking make me famous. And like, if you have anywhere, like, nobody has a shot, right? It's so oversaturated with creators and stuff. The only way you can really bump yourself up is through networking, which, I mean, how the fuck could you do that if you can't get to LA? And either networking or like shady shit, you know? And then the only way for the layperson to really like boister themselves up into like here, you know, to get to like the hundreds of thousands of views level, which I don't even know about, guy. I mean, I've said some shit on here. Man, like I'm thinking about the consequences of my actions, and that would be intense because I have like cried on here about some shit. And I mean, was that a good idea? But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, who fucking cares? Like, I don't think that I've said anything incriminating because I know that I always look up statute of limitation laws and shit before I talk on here, so I think it's fine. The one that's definitely not fine is just it's been there for the world to fucking see. I don't know what. Oh, you know what else I wanted to talk about? I wanted to kind of talk about writing my songs. Like damn, it's only been 2 minutes. I feel like I've been talking forever. No, but I wanted to talk about my songs, like especially my most recent one, that fucking bureaucratic pornography. And I wrote it with like while I was missing a string from my guitar. I was just like, yeah, whatever, fuck it. The store is all the way over there, and I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't even have a mailing address here yet. I mean, I gotta work that out later. It's like it's so like living in the rural areas is, God, it's so fucked up how the word rural is really fucking hard to say with the southern accent. But I'm sidetracked. Yeah. So not smoking anymore was going great, but then I was like, fuck it. There's like a weed store right outside of town, and I'm just like, fine, because it had like all this Halloween sale, and I was like, fine. It's been stressful, and I have made it my mission to not ever get high while my kid is here ever. And that's like, I don't want to be that example to her. I don't want her to think that it's cool and it's okay to like sit around. I don't want my viewers to think that I'm just like some lazy ass donor. Like, yeah, it's gonna be really hard to like, especially when every fucking place you go to work to, everybody's like smoking their carts in the break room. But then like in small towns, that sucks because like I don't bring weed nowhere because I'm the one with goofy hair, I'm the one with tattoos, I'm the one with piercings. They're gonna be like, you fucking brought the weed here, and I'm like, oh, and I always get randomed and I always get whatever. So I'm like, even if it's a job where like, even if I've quit smoking weed or whatever, I sweat at jobs that do randoms and shit because they're always gonna fucking try to get me, you know? That's what they do when you look cool. When you look cool, they like, you are punished. That's why it's dumb to have a fucking, oh my god, I had this one friend that had like this fucking purple Corvette or something, but like the windows were busted out of it and the rims were all matching. They were like ghetto blasting their music, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do coke in that car. I was like in Austin, like it was back when I was like 19 or something. I was like, dude, I don't want it. Like, let's not have drugs in this car, okay? Let's get like a fucking, I don't know, a hybrid or like a soccer van thing. Shit. Oh yeah, my song Bureaucratic. So I wrote that song with one string, and I wrote it with literally like, I made a list of all of the criticisms that I've been getting. Like, the main criticism that I get is, like, fuck you, Richie Edwards could write a better song than this. And, like, no, he can't. But, I mean, like, that's not me being cocky. That's literally, like, no, he can't. Like, I read his songs. I'm sorry. Like, that's, hell yeah. Diet Coke Head Bingo needs the Richie Edwards thing on it. Fuck. Anyway, I wrote it with that in mind, and it's still, like on TikTok, on everything that I posted on, everybody fucking hates bureaucratic pornography. And I was like, what? I, like, wrote that for an audience. I wrote that with all, so my conclusion is that everybody is fucking stupid and nobody knows what they want, and I was right in the first place. Yeah, and everybody keeps, like, commenting. I don't know how to write music. I don't know how, like, I'm gonna be the first to admit, and I'm the first to tell you, I don't know how to play guitar. I don't know how to do, like, I'm not really that good at it. My guitar teacher was kind of worthless. Like, I had one back whenever I was younger, but all he did was write out tablature for me, and then, like, I didn't really get a lot of chances to, practice. My mom didn't like any noises, and she was like, it was weird because she would, like, buy me lessons, and she'd be like, that should be enough for you to be, like, perfect, right? Never play at home. And it was like, what? And, I don't know, we fought so much that it was kind of hard to get anything done. I think that she, like, just kind of begrudgingly accepted that, like, they were always worried that I was gonna be a lesbian. And I think it was because of they're from, like, a teeny little, I almost said the name of it, they're from a teeny, like, I grew up in a town small, like, as small as the one that I live in now, not as small, like, this one's, like, 600 people, and the one that I grew up in, there were, like, 3,000 people, and whenever, like, it was a big deal when Walmart comes to your town and shit, you know? And now it's, like, going to town day. I don't know, I think, it's like I hated it. I hated all the people there and shit, but I hated everything about, like, just small town. It's backwards ass. It is a backwards ass. Like, seriously, it's like, I just see how people talk on the internet. I'm like, y'all have no idea what all these stupid tiny little towns out in the middle of fucking nowhere, where, like, half the people are still, like, scared of technology and shit. It's absurd, especially the poverty in teeny little towns like this, because, I mean, there's just really, I don't know, the economy in these places are really rough. What was I saying about my fucking song? Oh yeah, but I think, like, with the advances in technology and shit, the economy in small towns, like, it's getting bad. It's getting really, really bad. But yeah, I think I finished what I said about that song. It's only been 8 minutes. Fuck. I've been trying to keep these going for, like, a little while. What would y'all think of a video of, I don't really know what to do. I mean, honestly, I just turn this on and I talk, and I mean, it's getting my foot in the door. It's, like, kind of working, but I don't know. Has my accent gotten worse? I don't know. I don't really know. Like, sometimes whenever I get mad, I had a commenter describe it as I werewolf transform into a Texan, and I've been, like, using that in my day-to-day because they hit the nail on the head. But, I feel like the older I get, the worse my accent gets. Yeah. But I did get a little bit stoned. I have been stressed out, and I think that I needed it. I think that's why I've been so bummed out in my last. That's why everything's been so fucking melancholy. I can just go ha. No, it's not good to do every single fucking day. And I mean, my whole thing is I did weed because I could, like, I have junky ass potential, you know, like, I could be a crackhead like that. I snap bad. I could, whenever it's bad, whenever it's like, you know, I can't get out of bed, why do I face life? Why? When everything is just like, why? Yeah, I have been in places where, like I said earlier, like I can't just present myself as like, oh yeah, I'm pulling up, it's fine. And I mean, it will be. I think that it's important to show that it can be better too. Like, I'm getting it better. It didn't seem like it was better at first, but, you know, after things settle down, after you figure out what you're gonna do, after you have a game plan, you know, your life crashing down around you isn't really that big of a deal. But I think where most people fuck up, it's like really getting into their holes with, like, the first thing you should do is just make yourself quit doing drugs. It's like, whatever, if I want to lay in bed and cry or whatever, then fine, but just like quit doing the thing that you're addicted to for a little while. It's like I was very careful to like I won't let myself, the first step I think is not letting yourself buy more. And I don't think it's entirely normal, and I don't think it's completely, it shouldn't be like the go-to to like get off everything and never touch it again. Whenever, because I mean, like a drink, like a couple of drinks, that's normal. Like a little bit of weed at night, that's normal, you know? Enjoying it once in a while and having like a vice here and there, that's like, life is very stressful. Sometimes you need a breather, you know? But when you are waking up and you're smoking, and whenever you wake up and you're, you know, and I've been there for most of, like, I've been wherever I'm like, fuck it, I just have to smoke weed at work. Yeah, like, I've been there. But I think it's really good for you to have several weeks or months. I usually try to go for a couple months, and if that sounds like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. If it sounds like that, then like maybe you gotta like look into what's going on. And I mean, like, most people, they're like, I know, you know, it's become such a black hole for your money. Like, whenever your life is crashing around you and you are dependent on something, you know, then it just, even if it's weed, it's just another problem that you have. So, I mean, my goal wasn't to never smoke weed again for the rest of my life. My goal was to smoke a little and put it away and not have to worry about it for it to not bug me. I think, like, whenever I get really strict, I get crazy whenever I'm like, I'm gonna get off of everything. It's like, I'm gonna eat all the perfect food, it's gonna be completely clean and whatever, and then it's like, I'm gonna do all the perfect exercise. I'm gonna exercise for like an hour to 4 hours a fucking day. I'm gonna do it. And then I'm like, okay, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I fucking will. But, like, 3 months later, I'm like, why is everything broken? Like, what? Because it's like, I'll set myself up into a system, and like, my life won't be a life anymore. It'll be like a system of rules. It'll be like, I'm gonna get up and do all of this. I'm gonna get up and do and then like one little thing, one little piece. Like, okay, I couldn't go do my exercise or whatever, so I'm gonna like have a fucking meltdown and freak out because like everything in my whole day was scheduled around, you know, and that's whenever getting clean and sober is a fucking problem. It's like whenever you're so good at being fucked up that you can get fucked up on like organizing your life, you know? Just, it's because like I don't know why that happens. It's funny, but I have to learn to take things a little bit at a time, and I think that's the black and white whatever the fuck is wrong with me. It's like I operate in extremes, and I mean, my father operated in extremes. Like, he would go on location and work like fucking 16 hours a day for 2 weeks straight, and then he comes home and he like wanted to crash and spend his money. I didn't blame him, but then it was like, that was the only really model I had to live my life by. Oh yeah. I think I've been thinking about doing a video where I just like react to my songs to advertise them, because like the longer videos, anywhere from the 15 to 20 minute mark, it bumps me up more. It does something. I don't know, it's doing something. It seems to be effective. Everybody likes them. I don't. What are y'all doing? Like, are y'all really just looking at my face? Are y'all cleaning out there? Y'all in a car? I don't know. It feels like a face podcast. I feel like I should get props or I should do something. I don't know. I don't really want to edit. That's so much time. That's just so much fucking time that I don't have. It's really hard to work and have any kind of hobbies, you know? There's just so much shit you gotta schedule your life around by, and that sucks because it's like, but I want to do that thing. I want to write a story. I want to do this, but I had all these songs I want to do, and I mean, I eventually get them in, but then it sucks because none of them will ever reach their full potential because I can make them, and my priority is to make them. But I do want to take some time instead of writing all these new originals. I have a lot of stuff written out, but instead of like taking like days, it takes me from anywhere a couple of hours to a couple of months. It really depends on how it's all going to write a song. Like sometimes I will have one on a back burner for a little while, but by the time I start putting music to it, sometimes I can write like that, and sometimes it takes me forever. I don't know what it is. I love ChatGPT. Fucking ChatGPT is my husband. I love AI. I never get writer's block anymore. I'm like, fucking help me with this. Like, I'm stuck here in my story, and I never fucking get stuck again. I love ChatGPT. It can't, like, I won't let it work for me, but I'm like, pick apart every single little imperfection and tell me how to be the master of words. And, it's like, okay, well, that's gonna be hard. And I was like, fuck you, let's do it. And that's like, I think maybe that'll see fruition by the time I'm in my 50s or 60s. I don't know. It'd be cool to like write a book that like tortured high school kids. It's like to dissect it forever. It would probably have to be taught in college courses, but I don't know. It depends on how liberal the schools are in a couple years. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go, like, I have a couple of plots and stuff that I'm working with, but I mean, it's really hard for me to write a full-length novel just because, like, it's hard for me to care and want to write it if I don't love the character. Like, first, like, I have to be in love with the character, but, like, I hate all people right now, you know? So now I've just been, like, writing down people in my life, and I've been writing down, like, possible scenarios that I'd like to see them involved in, and I've been trying to write stories around that. So I'll see how that goes. And I think that I'm going to try to start selling, like, maybe some, I don't know, I'll get a couple of them written out, see how I feel. I might, like, release one on Reddit or something, see if anybody's interested in getting more. I'm a pretty good writer, I think. I have a few other short stories. Like, I wanted to get, like, a little pipe and smoke bubbles out of it and tell one of my stories. I might do that at some other time. There's one that I'm thinking about revisiting, but I have to go find it. I think I have it on like, I have all my shit all over the internet. I post it because, like, it's easier to go search it than to have, like, a phone or something or a document or whatever forever, because that shit I always tend to lose. But then, you know, I wrote that Jesus fan fiction when I was 16, and I still know how to go back and find it. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I have to talk about so far. I didn't really plan this video. I was like, hey, let's just see how everybody's doing.